The 2017-2018 Audi A3 Sedan. The Audi A3 came to life in 1996, and was originally offered as a three-door hatchback. It was built on Volkswagen's Group A platform, which means its underpinnings were shared with cars like the Audi TT, Volkswagen Golf, Seat Toledo, and even the Skoda Octavia. As time went on, a five-door hatchback was added to the lineup, as well as a Cabriolet. The A3 went through a third-generation overhaul for the 2012 model year, and in 2013, we were introduced to the A3 Sedan at the 2013 New York Auto Show. The sedan went on sale in Germany and the UK later that year, and now after just a couple short years, it looks like the A3 Sedan is up for a facelift. We saw the most recent spy shots of the new Audi A3 doing some cold weather testing back in December, and now, Audi has finally unveiled the new A3 and lots of juicy details about it. The update to the A3 comes complete with new driver assistance systems, a new range of engines, and some redesigned features outside. On top of all that, Audi has finally integrated the Audi Virtual Cockpit into the A3. The new A3 is available in Sportback, 3-door, and Cabriolet forms, as well as the popular sedan form that we're about to talk about going forward. So with that said, let's take a walk around the new A3 and see just what we can get excited about. Update: the 12th of August 2016, Audi has announced pricing for the facelifted A3 sedan. Check out the prices section below for details. Continue reading to learn more about the Audi A3 sedan. Exterior. On the outside, there are some significant changes to talk about. There is nothing serious enough to change the identity of the A3, but Audi did more to the A3 than we've seen some other manufacturers do with their recent facelifts. Up front, the large Audi grille remains, but it now has sharper points all the way around. The headlights have also been changed, now sporting a zigzag on the bottom side of the headlight, giving the front end a unique and sporty appearance. Down on the corners, the vents are a little bit smaller. There is still a horizontal splitter in each vent, and a new horizontal splitter is added toward the outside edge, giving the vents a deeper appearance. Down below the grille, the air dam has taken a completely new shape, folding upward at the ends to run parallel with the lower sides of the grille. This specific feature actually makes the car look like it is smiling at you. The headlights have also been changed, now sporting a zigzag on the bottom side of the headlight, giving the front end a unique and sporty appearance. Moving over to the sides, there isn't much to talk about. The same double body line on the lower body exists, providing a 3D appearance toward the bottom of the doors. And the body line just below the waistline still runs from the corner of each headlight back to the corner of each taillight. This body line, however, actually appears to be a little more dramatic, at least with the body finished in an Era blue color as seen in these images. The A3 comes standard with 16-inch wheels, but 17, 18, and 19-inch wheels are also available with all new designs. Audi has also overhauled its line of available tires, which it claims to offer improved performance with optimized rolling resistance. To the rear, the overall design of the car remains the same as that of previous years. The small lip integrated into the rear deck lid remains the same, as do the overall shape of the taillights. Those taillights to come to a sharper point on the upper outside corner, and no feature a new layout behind the lens. Down below, the characterizing body line that wraps around the rear fascia looks to be more dominant. A new body line runs between the reflectors on each corner of the fascia. The rear fascia insert now features a much sportier design with two horizontal louvers and some integrated black mesh. The A3 in these photos sports a single, dual-pipe exhaust outlet on the driver's side. Side-by-side comparison. Interior. If you were hoping to see some dramatic changes to the interior, you better prepare yourself to be let down. To be blunt, the interior was almost untouched during this overhaul. The car has the same overall layout, the seats have the same sewed design, and everything about the interior trim is the same too. The only real physical change I've noticed is that the circular vents now have more detail to them, but otherwise they are the same too. The big news here is the integration of Audi's Virtual Cockpit, which brings a new, digital instrument cluster to the A3. The big news here is the integration of Audi's Virtual Cockpit, which brings a new, digital instrument cluster to the A3. previous models had a small TFT display screen positioned between two analog gauges. Now, the A3 comes equipped with a 12.3-inch diagonal screen for an instrument cluster. Furthermore, this new display has two different modes that can be easily changed with the View button on the steering wheel. In Classic mode, the display mimics the old instrument cluster. Two large, but simulated gauges are shown with information for the driver displayed between them. In infotainment mode, the gauges are shrunken down and appear as small round clocks, while the center window becomes dominate on the display, providing a decent view of the navigation map, or lists for a telephone, radio, and audio systems. The MMI system has also gotten an upgrade, featuring a new menu structure that is similar to that of smartphones. The rotary control knob on the center console remains, and the A3 comes with a 7-inch display as standard equipment. MMI Navigation and MMI Navigation Plus with MMI Touch are optional upgrades. With these upgrades, the system can display Google Earth and Google Street, as well as real-time traffic information. The system comes standard with a 4G LTE connection, with an included SIM card in the European market as part of the Audi Connect package. The Audi MMI Connect app allows online media streaming, and calendar transfer from a connected smartphone. So, as you can see, there are no major physical changes. But, Audi at least took the time to bring some new and updated technology to the A3, which is more than admirable and much needed to help the brand keep up in the compact segment. Drivetrain. Audi also put some significant work into the drivetrain department, featuring a total of 6 engines for the European market. There are 3 gasoline engines and 3 diesel engines, all of which fulfill the European EU6 standard. The most notable thing here is that for the first time, the A3 can be equipped with a 3-cylinder engine. The engine in question is a 1.0-liter TFSI gasoline-powered 3-cylinder that churns up 115 horsepower and 147.5 pound-feet of torque. The next gasoline-powered engine in the lineup is the 1.4-liter TFSI COD 4-cylinder that features cylinder-on-demand technology and develops a total of 150 horsepower and 184.4 pound-feet of torque. The range-topping gasoline engine is an all-new 2.0-liter TFSI 4-cylinder that produces 190 horsepower and 236 pound-feet of torque. The new engine is a 1.0-liter TFSI gasoline-powered 3-cylinder that churns up 115 horsepower and 147.5 pound-feet of torque. On the diesel front, there is an all-new, entry-level 1.6-liter TDI that puts out 110 horsepower. The 2.0-liter TDI is offered in 2 different flavors. At launch, the 2.0-liter TDI will be available with 150 horsepower and 250.8 pound-feet of torque. Coming soon after launch will be a more powerful iteration of the 2.0-liter TDI that produces 184 horsepower and 280.3 pound-feet of torque. Needless to say, if you're going to go with a diesel power A3, you'll probably want to wait until the more powerful variant of the 2.0-liter is available unless you're interested in fuel economy and would rather opt for the new 1.6-liter. The 1.6-liter TDI is bolted up to either a 6-speed manual transmission or the S-tronic 7-speed dual-clutch unit. Both 2.0-liter engines are connected to a newly developed 7-speed S-tronic with a wet clutch system, and Quattro all-wheel drive is available for the 2.0-liter TFSI with 190 horsepower. Otherwise, the A3 is primarily front-wheel drive. Audi has yet to release performance specifications, so stay tuned for updates about that in the future. On the suspension front, the A3 has been tuned for sporty handling and balance. The optional sport suspension is available, which actually drops the ride height by 0.6 inches, or up to 1 inch with the S-Line Sport suspension. The A3 comes standard with an electromechanical power steering system, but can be optioned with the progressive steering system found standard in the S3. All told, it has been 4 years since the last generational change was ushered in for the A3, but it's a bit surprising to see Audi go so far as to update its engine lineup mid-cycle. I expected to see more exterior and interior changes, and the same old engine lineup. That said, I'm pretty impressed here. I suspect the same gasoline engines will be coming to the US in due time. I do suspect, however, that A3 will probably generate a little more power here in the US, which seems to be the norm lately. Prices. The Audi A3 sedan is available in 3 different trim levels. The entry-level Quattro Premium model starts out at $34,200, moving up to the mid-range, Premium plus Sedan will set you back $37,450, and the range-topping Prestige trim commands a whopping $43,150. Of course, these prices don't include taxes, licensing, or destination fees, and there are a number of options available that can easily increase the price by thousands of dollars before you finally walk out of the dealership. 2018 Audi A3 sedan prices. 2017 Audi A3 sedan prices. Competition. Mercedes-Benz CLA class. This update to the Audi A3 would make it a much stronger competitor to the CLA class, except Mercedes just gave the CLA a facelift as well. With that facelift came updated styling inside and a sportier look on the outside that is going to give the A3 a run for its money. The CLA is available with a range of gasoline and diesel engines with output ranging anywhere between 109 horsepower and 191 pound-feet of torque up to 211 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. As of the time of this writing, Mercedes had yet to release pricing details of the updated CLA, but we're expecting the CLA to start out around the $33,000 mark. So, even though it is arguably sportier and luxurious, it also starts out significantly higher than the A3's entry-level $26,542 price tag. Needless to say, you get what you pay for. Deciding between the CLA and the A3 will come down to how much you're willing to spend for a compact sedan. Read our full review on the Mercedes CLA here. Buick Regal. Previously, we've compared the A3 to the Buick Verano, but I think the Buick Regal is a slightly better competitor. All told, the Regal is a bit larger, nearly 15 inches longer, 3 inches wider and less than 3 inches taller, but that really isn't much, and in terms of luxury, the Regal is a great competitor. The Regal comes in 3 trims, starting with the standard trim, then the Premium 2 trim and finally the GS trim. All trims come standard with a 2.0-liter, turbocharged, DOHC engine and can be had in 2-wheel or all-wheel drive. The 2.0-liter pounds out 259 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Inside, there is a bit more going on than the A3, but it does feature a wrap-around style dash and an infotainment system with a larger screen. Leather and wood-grain upholstery also adds to the luxury of the Regal. Price-wise, the Regal fits the comparative bill quite well. The standard trim starts out at $31,415, the Premium 2 group comes in at $33,990 and the top-end GS trim comes in at $36,490. Read our full review on the Buick Regal here. Conclusion. With the A3 getting its mid-cycle update now, don't expect to see a new generation of the model pop up until the end of the decade. I think that with the updated exterior, virtual cockpit, updates to the MMI system, and the updated line of engines, Audi has brought enough change to the table to warrant a trade-in from current A3 owners. It would be an upgrade worth having. Plus, the new styling outside and updated technology inside should pull in a few new customers as well. All told, this mid-cycle update should keep the ball rolling for Audi until it drops the next-gen A3 toward the end of the decade. Love it. New headlights, sportier appearance, updated technology. Leave it underpowered in base trim, no design change to the interior, side profile remains unchanged, update history. Updated the 6th of April 2016, Audi dropped the official details on the new A3 sedan. Spy shots. December 7, 2015, first testing session.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.